and enjoying. So go ahead and kick back. Let's go ahead and reveal the next Game Master. That wasn't the right button. Oops. Okay, the next Game Master, it's Mike again. Mike, how did this happen? What happened? Also, Mendezi, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody, today is a Mike Thursday. I guess it's Thursday. Well, I believe Mike had to run for just a second. It has been rigged. And this next match is what we call a 5B match, which in general just means we're going to be playing something that's probably more funny than bad. Nikasor, thank you for those bits. Nobody needs to die for those, though. Okay, so the game that we have coming up next is Last Alert on the TurboGrafx. That's right. TurboGrafx is pretty amazing, and I think this game is going to be an absolute beauty.
Hey, yeah. It's me. It's Kusogr4nde.
It is. Who knew?
Who knew? Except for me and you.
Oh yeah,
and Kate.
We both knew. Yeah, actually, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Knew.
So I'm seeing a lot of hype for Last Alert.
Do you think it's deserving?
Oh, it's very deserved. So this is cutscene %. They're not allowed to skip the cutscenes.
I do want everybody to know, by the way, that because it's a 5B match, one of our players has seen some of it, but I don't think he's ever played. Slow Beef actually did a Retsupure a long time ago, but he, I don't think remembers any of it except for the voice acting.
I don't remember you introducing me to the Turbo CD. Maybe Shentalk did, but I knew about it. So yeah, this game is like Final Zone 2. It's not a bad game. It's actually a good game, but it has some hot, spicy voice acting. And unlike last game, I had someone else test this game, and that would be RBW, and he made progress past stage 2. He made a good amount of progress, so we will see more cutscenes this time.
Oh, yeah, cutscenes. That's what I like to hear, Mike. You know, I've heard that this game is 90% about the cutscenes when you are doing a blind playthrough. Actually, did I see a little bit of this game at RPG Limit Break?
You might have. I'm not sure if you were around for that.
So you did show me 2 games, and you were lying.
I thought you were in the room at that. I don't remember.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm a man of mystery, Mike.
I don't think you've seen it, because I think you would distinctly remember this game. Because this game is unforgettable.
I mean, I remember voice acting in one of the games. That's about it.
So, do you have everyone's stream set up? Because once you do, Nesdude is doing audio, and he will play the intro cutscene.
I'm not quite ready. Give me just a little bit, and I will have it. I'm working on it. We're getting there. Mike, it takes time.
It does. Streaming is hard.
It's so hard, everybody. Oh, jeez. You know, everybody uses different layout. It just takes time.
Yeah. Carol did mention this, but this game, Slow Beef did a Retsupure of it a while ago, but he's actually never played the game, and since there's no stakes in this, everyone was okay with that.
Everyone's like, yeah, that's gonna be cool. Go ahead and play play this game. Enjoy. So yeah, none of the players in this group will be able to move into the bracket, but, you know, we just like to have a little bit of fun and see how far they can go. If they can make the distance. Go the distance in this, Mike. Like Hercules.
Hercules and Herculade.
A Herculade? I didn't ever think you'd ask. Okay, I'm almost set up. We're close. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's all good. I'm in no rush. Doesn't help that everyone's on a black screen right now.
I know, right? It's okay, I'll live. I think I might get it. Is this good enough? I'm taking a look. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Streaming's hard, Mike.
Well, don't worry. It'll all be worth it once you hear the first cutscene of this game.
Oh, baby.
First cutscene, it's not as good as the other ones, but once you hear the last line, it's good, and it kind of sets up, you know, the tone of the game.
Okay, do not tell them to start quite yet. Oh, I messed that up. Okay. Because I need to check Nest Dude and see if he has audio. Actually, you know what? Because he's not playing the game yet, I don't know if we do have audio. Uh-oh. You have a last alert stream emote, Slow Beef? Okay, it looks like he's going to ask his chat to spam that. If you are a Slow Beef sub, when I do the countdown and tell you that they are going to begin, I want you to spam that. I want chat to be nothing but that emote. Or, you know, it can be a little bit of something else. It's voice time.
It's a little quiet, but it exists.
We, the Special Mission Unit, were sent here to rescue hostages upon a request from the Lloyd government. There was, however, no sight of a camp at the designated location. We had been tricked by the Lloyd regime. What met our eyes instead was...
Was what? Oh, no!
How could Lloyd's government betray us?
Colonel Kadar of the Republic of Libid, Mr. Lee of the Hong Kong Mafia, Chairman Steve of the Dual Foundation, Dr. Garcia, a brilliant physicist. With these four as its core figures, Force Project, an international armed band, began its evil activities. Its aim was to rule the world by organizing massacres, blackmailing, terrorism, and smuggling of weapons.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. President. We're certain that Lloyd betrayed us. It seems that the Force Project is behind them. Their ability should not be underestimated. Yes, I have someone in mind. Let me handle this.
Is it over?
He's entrusted me with the task.
So you'll ask him then?
The only person who could possibly fight the Force Project is this man. Guy Kazama is the only one.
Not Guy Kazama.
So I'm gonna say this. This game has a really good soundtrack. So you're getting a really butt-kicking soundtrack and, you know, some of the best voice acting that you'll ever hear on the Turbo CD. And Guy Kazama.
Guy Kazama. Oh, baby. I'm excited. I think I am ready for this game. Okay, let me go ahead and see if they are all ready for this. Because I certainly am. Oh, this music is great. I gotta get the countdown.
Sorry, I'm just getting everyone ready, so I'm making them go to the screen right before the game starts.
Okay, so apparently the game will be starting with a cutscene. They should not skip it. And if they do, I'm going to be so angry.
I know.
Ugh, I'm raging like a volcano here.
Is that Michael Yammer, head of the CIA? I can't tell.
Oh, no!
Oh, my voice acting is that good?
I'm trying to think. If you do not have any slow beef emotes, prepare all of your yelling emotes. I want to see yelling either fiercely or in fear.
Oh, flames will work too. You'll see once you see it in the cutscene right before the game starts.
Okay, fire, yelling, or last alert if you do have those emotes. Okay, it looks like Slow Beef is also, he's ready. I'm letting him know. Get to the new game screen. Okay, everybody's already spamming. Keep spamming because I'm doing the countdown right now. Spam away. Spam the last alert emotes or yelling fire. Lots of fire. We definitely need fire all over the place. Oh, Mike, there's so much just flying up in my screen. I love it.
I know. It's beautiful.
Uh-oh.
I thought I'd find you here.
I thought we'd always do things together, even when we die.
We've received a report that Lloyd and the Force Project jointly developed a stealth aircraft.
You're not expecting me to steal it.
That's what I want. Spartan has already infiltrated into Lloyd's frontline base, Blue Rhinos. He'll be your assistant on this mission.
Well, I owe Lloyd and the Force Project one, and I always make it a rule to get square with these guys.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
I'm already loving it, Mike. Like the guy,
you're gonna love it even more.
He sounds like
you're gonna
he's
see where
12.
this emote comes from.
Oh, nice. This is gonna be a good emote. I like it.
And now the game finally starts.
Ah, good.
So yeah, this is a typical top-down run and gun. It's pretty easy. You have a lot of health, and as you level up, you gain more health. And this is actually a really good game, but the reason why it's in Kusogr4nde is for that amazing, spicy voice acting.
Oh, the voice acting is so good. That's all I want
Mick
in my
Johnson,
life.
I agree. Yeah, the problem is this game, if you want to get it legitimately, is actually very expensive. Because TurboGrafx CD games did not sell well in America, and so they're considered collector's items. So this game is at least hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is worth noting that the reason why I didn't want to mention my Big Bad Game-a-thon submissions is because this is one of them.
Heck
and don't
yeah.
worry, it's cutscene %.
Everybody, who knows if it'll make it or not, but if so, that's going to be a very wonderful
People are
cutscene
bugging you
time.
about the timer, bro, Sencha.
Oh my gosh, I didn't start the timer. Okay, we're about 1
Really?
minute
It's
in.
only $60. Alright. There is one bad thing about emulating this game, and I haven't been able to get that final cutscene to play after you beat the game. It just crashes. Which is unfortunate.
Oh no! Well, everybody,
wait,
I'm sorry about the timer.
Oh, sorry, it's not this dude's screen, but Psycho is on the first boss. The one notable thing about the first boss is that you don't want to hit the hostage because you will lose health when hitting the hostage.
Wait, do you get voice acting in that?
Oh yeah, you get the voice acting up to bosses.
Oh,
so,
baby.
So we want Nest Dude to catch up. Now, even though Nest Dude's a little bit behind, taking the time to shoot some enemies is not necessarily a bad thing, because you get a little more experience doing that.
True.
Guy Kazama, if you don't want the hostage killed, you should keep quiet.
Oh my gosh.
The stealth bomber is in the back of this factory.
Okay, Spartan, hang in there just a while longer.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh, and there's even better lines.
Hey, guys. Stealth
Yeah,
bombers.
apparently you're rescuing Kermit the Frog's codename Spartan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, basically. Wow, this is
Yeah,
this is good already, Mike. I'm loving it.
I know. So I figured because they can't qualify for the bracket, the 5B people should have something fun. And this game is like, it's actually a good game. I won't say it's the best game, but it's actually a really fun game. It's just as the most awesome tacular voice acting.
Yeah, you are a huge fan of run and guns, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And that's why I had RBW test this, because the last run gun we had, they didn't make a whole lot of progress, but since this game is noticeably easier than Final Zone 2, they will be able to make at least some progress and get some cutscenes.
Nice. Well, good, good.
And it's also worth noting, with this hot voice acting, so in the Japanese version, you might notice that Guy Kazama, rescues, like Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, and that's not a coincidence, because the guy who voices Guy Kazama in the Japanese version is Akira Kamiya, who is the voice of Kenshiro in Fist of the North Star.
Uh-huh.
So for the Japanese version, they got actual voice talent for this game, and it sounds like legitimate voice acting. For this game, they just got whoever was in the office at the time, and first take is the best take.
The first take is the best take. Oh my gosh.
You'll definitely notice later in the game. Unfortunately, one of the best lines in the game, you won't be able to hear it, but I won't spoil it, because if it makes it a big bad game-a-thon, you'll be able to hear it.
Oh, I'll definitely try to be quiet whenever we have voice lines, because they're important. They're very important.
Yeah. So the big thing about this stage is that you need to place 8 bombs to blow up the area, and then you'll get a message saying you're done with the stage. And that area that Arborelia was walking up into is where the boss is.
Okay.
But you can't go there until it says escape, like it says on a slow beef screen.
You only have a limited amount of time?
Nest Dude has discovered the Uzi, which is a really good thing to discover, because the Uzi, you get it once you get up to level 3, and it's a much more powerful weapon than the pistol. It's also worth noting that the main character in the Japanese version is far from the only voice talent. The main villain, Dr. Garcia, is Banjo Ginga, also known as Souther in Fist of the North Star, and he also voiced Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid, the Japanese version. So, they hired actual voice talent for the Japanese version. They spared no expense. And the PC Engine CD actually did pretty well in Japan. So this game probably sold pretty decently in Japan. It did not do so well in America. Only Ys sold well. No, it didn't sell well, but has, good quality voice acting. And then they just decided, we spent too much money on voice actors.
Oh, no! So, question. Because with run and guns, you say that flamethrowers are either the best or the worst weapon. Where do they fall in this game?
It's one of the best weapons. The reason why it's so good is, A, it pierces through enemies, and it adds more DPS on top of you shooting things. Okay. So, you actually end up using it a lot in the speedrun when you're fighting bosses.
Okay, wait, can you still shoot while using your flamethrower?
Yes, that's why it's so good.
Oh, that's overpowered. That's good. I didn't know it was a sub-weapon. I don't know anything about this game, Mike. But now I know. It looks like Nest Dude is on to the boss arena. Let's listen.
Uh-oh. I see there's a welcoming committee out for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. Said with all of the emotion of a guy going into the office.
Oh, it's going to be a hard day at work, Mike. Uh-oh.
So the thing about this boss is that you need to shoot the gunner. Nest Dude is a little low on health, but as long as he plays it carefully, he'll be good. And that distinctly puts him in second.
Oh, he did move into second? Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Slow Beef is currently in first. Nest Dude second. Arborelia and Mr. Psycho are more or less in the same place. Honestly, it depends on who can put the bombs down first.
Yeah, so this stage, and there's a stage later on where you have to rescue hostages, are really going to be the pain points in this game, because most of the stages in this game are very linear. And the stage that Nest Dude is on, it's just an auto-scroller, so just listen to the awesome music. Unfortunately, he is down to 1 health, but this game has unlimited continues, and the only real penalty of dying is that you have to start the stage over, and you don't have any of your sub-weapons.
You also lose your score, probably. Or, no, I guess you still have experience if you die. Huh.
Yeah, you have your experience when you die, because if not, then you'd be super penalized upon death.
I love some of these sound effects because they sound like they're straight out of the Atari. But honestly, it doesn't sound bad. It actually works really well for how it's going. It just brings back my childhood, Mike. My childhood is in this game.
You're welcome.
Hey, it looks like Slow Beef is already a captain. So how do ranks work? Do they actually help?
Every rank you get increases your health bar by 1 unit. So the game actually, for the most part, gets easier as you progress. The other thing is well, it's weird. It's like every 3 or 4 ranks, depending, you get a new weapon. And when you get the Uzi, it's better. When you get the next weapon, that's a 3-way rapid fire, it's also better.
Okay.
When you get the missile launcher weapon, you think it's better because it's explosive, and I think most players will fall for this trap, but all the explosive weapons are actually really bad in this game.
Oh no.
You do more DPS by just point blanking things with your guns.
Oh, it's voice acting time, I think, Mike.
Oh yeah, that means it's serious time, for real.
I'm trying.
Who are you?
We are from the Force Project. You'll have to come with me.
Dun! Wow.
Did you hear about the jetliner that crashed in the Republic of Flet on the eastern side a week ago?
It seems President Allman has been taken prisoner.
It looks like President Allman is imprisoned in a camp on top of Mount Alt, about 50 kilometers northwest of the crash site. That's why I want you to.
You don't have to say any more than that.
Not President Allman. Okay, Mike, that was beautiful.
And now you get some of the best music in the game.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, all the sick 80s synth you want. So, about the syncing, I'm 99% sure the reason why the voices are so desynced from the animations is because they synced them to the Japanese version and they just did not care.
You know, they did that a lot, though. I know in the 90s and probably
Definitely.
even the early 2000s, so it's fine. Oh, looks like they're not fans of President Allman here because they didn't vote for him. Okay.
Alright, so Slow Beef is on this, basically the stage that they could game over on just because they run out of time. Because you have to collect 8 hostages, and unless you know exactly where they are, you can take a very long time trying to find them, because this stage is very big.
But it's 10 minutes, Mike.
The first time I played this, I think I had less than a minute left when I beat the stage.
Oh, no. Okay. Mr. Psycho is going the correct direction. She's going to be going and fighting a boss in just a little bit. Good.
Yep. And Nest Dude is making good progress through stage 4.
Okay, it is time for Mr. Psycho. Arborelli, I think, is still trying to put all the bombs down. Yeah, I'm glad that the game isn't super punishing when you game over, you know. Do the level again.
No. It's a pretty easy game. I think the first time I played this game, it took me maybe like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. I only died twice.
Okay.
So, it's not really the most difficult game. Unfortunately, as I said that, Mr. Psycho did die on the second boss.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt. It happens, though, you know? So, from what I can see, by the way, this company that made this game, Shin Nihon Lasersoft Co., also helped with some versions of Sid of Valis, which we've actually had on Kusogr4nde before. Specifically.
Almond's already been taken away.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
Well,
the
then all
publisher,
need
I think
to
it's
do is let
Telnet.
you tell me where he is.
Oh, voice acting. Oh, it's done. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Good.
Yeah, I think Telnet had like a bunch of in-house developers or second-party developers that helped them develop games. Because, like, I think this, or maybe it was Renovation, but like this and Final Zone 2, if I remember correctly, have the same publisher, but it's not the same developer.
Gotcha. It looks like this company also merged with Wolf Team.
Yeah.
I mean,
because,
I love
you know, they
Wolf
only
Team.
make the best games.
Oh, you know it. That's kind of amazing, Mike. I love it.
Yeah. So what's worth noting is that whenever you defeat a
voice
boss,
acting,
you get
I
back
think.
3 health, and whenever you beat an act, you get all your health back. And here's another banger. So here's the thing, even though Nest Dude is pretty significantly behind Slow Beef, he could actually catch up here if he just finds the hostages before Slow Beef does.
Oh my gosh, I'm taking a look, by the way, at the voice acting credits, because they have the full Japanese name, but for the English voices, they just have David, Alan,
Yup, it's just the first names in the
Barbara.
credits. It's pretty great.
They're 3 Dams. It might be the same guy, though.
I'm 99% sure it's the same guy.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So good.
I would really love to know who actually voice acted this and, like, get in contact with them just to ask them, like, what happened to make these voice acting conditions.
So good. Oh, Dan. The music in this game is really good, though. Like, I'm pretty impressed with it.
Oh yeah, this game has a great soundtrack.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's Jun Hasabi who worked on the music here. There are a few games that seem fairly familiar. Valis 2, Valis 3, some of those. Unfortunately, there aren't too many games outside of that 89 to 94 area. That's pretty much where they did all their work. Hey, Slow Beef has a 3-way shot now. That's going to help.
Nest Dude also has it, but he hasn't pressed start in a while.
Wait, you have to press start?
Yeah, to select weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so select just pauses, and start, or I should say run, pause it. Is also a pause, but it also lets you select weapons. And it looks like Mr. Psycho is on stage 3.
Yeah, very nice. I know Arborelia is struggling a little bit. She's not out of it. It's just been a little bit of work to get through this.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little worried for Slow Beef just because he hasn't found that many hostages and has less than half the time. Like I said, this is a big level.
How can you tell how many hostages are left, though?
You actually don't know the first time.
Oh.
There's 8 hostages.
Okay.
He found 6 of them. Okay, that means he only needs 2 more. But even finding the last 2 can be a real pain, because this level's a bit labyrinth-like.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just huge. It's a big town, you know? You're running through Snowyville, USA, trying to find hostages.
Although, even though Slow Beef has found 6, Nest Dude has found at least 5 hostages.
Ah, there we go. I finally found
And you
a
will
name.
see a message once you rescue them all.
I finally found a name that appears to have escaped from the 90s. The guy who did the audio for Shenmue 1 and 2 also helped with some of the music for this game. So there we go. There's the connection to these days.
So Nest Dude has found the end of the stage. That's not really going to help him until he rescues all the hostages. Slow Beef has not found the end of the stage, but has rescued all the hostages, and he has an ample amount of time to be able to make it to where the hostage, to make it to the end of the stage. In fact, he's heading up there right now. And I have confidence that Nest Dude will make it there, and I really hope he does, because I think this boss's voice line is one of the best voice lines in the game.
Oh, good. I'm excited. I do have a question, Mike. How are the voice actors in Japanese? Do you happen to know? Were they good?
I listened to the Japanese dub a bit. It's very much like what you expect from an anime. It's like, it's good. It's just good anime voice acting.
Okay.
Like, so it's just like high quality all around. So it doesn't really have the camp factor that this game does, or that this version does. But if I'm not mistaken, the gameplay is mostly the same. It is called Red Alert in Japan, and they changed it for the US because this is when the Cold War was still going strong, and so they really didn't want to make any references, towards the Soviets. And by the way, Slow Beef and Nest Dude are now tank busters, and it's really, and there are some really, really interesting ranks later in the game.
Yeah. I'm trying to find any other information about these voice actors, but there's like nothing here.
Okay, Nest Dude has rescued everyone. The question is, does he know where? Did he realize that he made it to the end of the stage?
Let's see if he can figure it out.
He is heading to the right, so that's a good sign.
Hey, Borelli is fighting a boss. Mr. Psycho is getting a beautiful cutscene, which is great. Good, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that is a death for Arborelia. Oh, that is rough to die on the boss, but I don't think she's out of this.
I mean, this game has unlimited continues, so... Okay, Nest Dude went up a little before he should have, but as long as he goes right a little bit more after he goes down, and then goes up again, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's fine.
Good.
So we're gonna have some serious time soon.
Okay. I'll turn up the audio as well as soon as it's time.
President Allman, it's nice to see you're safe.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you made it safely. Now it's time for you to die.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad to see you made it safely. Now it's time for you to die.
To see you die.
This is so good. I'm having a blast with this, Mike. It's being so good.
Oh yeah, like that's what I want out of the 5Bs. Like with the the actual qualifying matches, you gotta be mean. But with the 5Bs, you can just have as much fun as you want.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, this is GDQ. I don't have to.
Oh yeah. You don't have to ban fun, Mike. It's fine. We can have fun here. All of the music in this game is so good. Somebody remind me later to add some of this music to my playlist, because I would definitely like to have it around more.
Yeah, this game has a great soundtrack.
Oh, it's jamming. Okay, thank you, people who are reminding me now. That doesn't count as a reminder if you do it literally right after. Never mind.
That's like what I used to do to my mom when I was 11 or 12.
Wow. Mike, that was a pretty big burn there.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just making the observation. Alright, the boss is coming up fairly soon for Nest Dude. Not quite yet.
Okay.
There's gonna be a set of conveyor belts. And that's gonna when we know we're at the end. And then after this boss, we'll have a cutscene.
Ooh, I like those.
I think we all like them.
Yeah, to be fair. Everybody has been making a pretty good push, though. Like, I know Arborelli is still struggling with the bomb placements and then the boss after this, but she's probably going to be fighting the boss in just a little bit. She's up to special forces as well, which will help having more life, to be honest.
Definitely. And Mr. Psycho is making quick work of this stage, but I'm going to be quiet because the boss is coming.
Okay.
The president is an important guest for us too, you know. I can't let him go.
That makes me want to get him back even more.
I can't let him go. That makes me want to get back even more. What a good guy.
I mean, that's like some 6-year-old level like retort right there. It just makes me want to get him back even more.
Wow. Question, what are your feelings about President Allman, Mike? How do you really feel?
How do I really feel?
Yeah.
I'm just glad he got captured so I could get one of the best voice lines in video game history.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. More voice
Here's another cutscene.
This is very sudden, Leonard.
Well, take a look at this.
This is...
Colonel Kadat of Libid. You know him?
Well, he's a famous man, controlling all the terrorists around the world. I'd even want to get an autograph from him.
I want you to assassinate him.
That wild horse Robert from the Green Berets fame?
He's been captured and is in the Arcado camp. Colonel Kadat is in hiding. I hear that the only ones who know of his whereabouts are his guards, Red, Blue, and Black.
So I'll have the pleasure of becoming friends with them.
And there you go.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
I love how Guy Kazama is fawning over a terrorist. Like, could you imagine if someone was like, oh yeah, Osama bin Laden, I'd like to get his autograph because he's so famous. Like,
yeah, you don't exactly do that in the real world.
Exactly.
Hey, Slow Beef appears to be on to the next boss here. Very nice.
Yep. So I do think that Slow Beef is probably going to keep up this lead because this game is fairly linear and not too... Oh, and as soon as I say that, he game over is because he shot the hostage, so never mind.
Oh, no.
So even though Slow Beef has the lead, if Nest Dude beats this... gets through this stage at a decent pace, he'll be in first.
Slow Beef does know where to go, though.
Yeah, that is true. And what neither player knows is that you don't have to collect any of the hostages in the stage.
Oh, well,
unlike,
yeah, Slow Beef's getting
the last stated hostages. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame them, because if you're playing this for the first time and you just went through the hostage stage, you'd probably want to rescue all the prisoners here, too.
I mean,
but no, you can be a jerk and just leave them to rot.
I'm thinking that's sort of how it is in the Xena video game as well. There's only one stage where you have to collect hostages. They can just die in all the others. It doesn't matter.
And about the voice acting, Professor Ness, these are native English speakers who are doing this.
Yeah.
Awesomely bad voice acting is not a matter of, like, people who aren't native to the language. In fact, that's kind of cruel to people who are learning English. But, like, these are people who know the English language, and the voice acting is this bad.
It just proves that anybody can be a terrible voice actor, Mike.
Oh, wow. Castle Shikigami 2. Yeah, that's some hot voice acting right there.
Uh-oh.
that might actually rival this game. I have heard Shikigami 2. I have the game.
Uh-oh.
It would be hard to put in Kusogr4nde, though, because it is a PS2 game.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, Castle Shikigami 2 is a legitimately good game.
I'm just trying to think, Mike. One day, I want to be a terrible voice actor. I want to be like these guys. Like Dan.
Well, you'll have to work into putting less emotion into your voice.
Oh, dude.
And
Hey,
flattening it.
Mike. What do you think about the weather today? There. I'm practicing.
You have to really make it like as if you're just reading off a script.
I really want to get his autograph. Ooh, that's pretty boring. Okay. Can I sound like a teen, though? That's the big question.
So here's the funny thing about the boss Slow Beef is on. This boss is actually super short. And if you just point blank him, he dies super fast. But Slow Beef is still on the Uzi. He doesn't seem to be... But it doesn't matter because he beat the boss.
Yeah.
However, as long as Nest Dude defeats this boss in one shot, this will help him gain some ground.
By the way, thank you, Mystery Funhouse, for coming and joining with the raid today. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully, you can get some enjoyment out of this beautiful, wonderful game. Oh, he switched back to the Uzi to avoid shooting the hostage. That was a really good idea, actually, Mike.
So, Darkest Tempest, this is a good game, but just the awesomely bad voice acting makes this not really a Kuso game, just it gives it a Kuso quality.
Oh yeah, like the voice acting is legendary, and that's what got it into the tournament. It's definitely a fun game.
Were you aware of this game but before this match?
Me? You told me about it, and I maybe saw a little bit of it, but that's it.
Oh, yeah. I did tell you about it. Yeah, this game has some mild notoriety for having, like, some of the worst voice acting in video games.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with that, Proton John? You should play your copy.
Yeah, go play this right now, John.
To reference a future voice line, because they probably won't make it this far, don't be stingy, John.
Don't be stingy?
And yeah, stingy. Because he says stingy and not stingy.
Why?
And they kept it there.
Oh my gosh. Like, first take is best take, just like you said.
Exactly. First try is the best try.
Oh, that's too good.
Yes, this is the game where stingy comes from. Okay, so Nest Dude, he's right in front of the hostage he's not supposed to shoot. So if he just shoots right away,
Quiet.
pretty much game over.
Sorry, I don't like roast pork.
Sorry, I don't like roast pork, Mike. I really want to hear Stingy. You know what? I can go listen to it later. I'm sure.
Yeah, the thing is, it's fairly late in the game, and Nest Dude defeats the boss first try, so that helps him gain some ground.
Arborelia is still struggling a little bit, I think, on stage 2. I think that boss is just being a little rough.
Yeah, if you're not used to run and guns, I can see that boss giving someone a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I've played some run and guns, but honestly, I don't know if Arborelia has really figured out how to use the strafing to her advantage.
Yeah, the strafing is a big deal. So the TurboGrafx 16 actually has Turbo Fire built into the controller.
Yes.
I told them not to use it because it actually doesn't help in this game. Because if you use the Turbo Fire, then you can't strafe, and it doesn't really help your rate of fire at all.
Well, that's nice. If you just hold it, does it automatically fire pretty fast?
And Ion Laser, there's from where both Slowbeef and Nets dude are. Let me count this out.
Oh my gosh.
There's over 10 stages for them to beat.
10 stages. Okay.
Yeah, over 10 stages. I don't know the exact stage count. It's probably somewhere around 12. Like, they're not going to beat it, especially when we include the secrets. Xandra Vandra, there are no stakes. That's why they're playing an actual good game.
Yes. A good game with the best voice acting.
Exactly. I mean, I told Koala I apologize for submitting 2 good games in a Big Bad Game-a-thon, and this is one of them.
You know, it's fine. I'll forgive you.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Xandra, you will understand why this game is in Kusogr4nde the moment you hear a voice line.
Oh, yeah.
Which will actually be fairly soon for Nest Dude.
I
feel like he's
right
pretty
here.
close to the boss. Oh no, he's going to use Grenade Launcher, which is actually a worse weapon than what he's using currently.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well,
the explosive weapons in this game are bad. Oh, the boss is up, so
okay.
Let's...
Clear the way!
Guy Kazama, you better watch what you say to me. I'm really quick on the trigger.
What the crap? I'm really quick on the trigger, Mike.
Excuse me, it's not trigger, it's trigger!
I'm really quick on the trigger. Oh, this is so
now
good.
you understand, Xandra.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, so Nest Dude is realizing that the rocket launcher is not that good, but he unfortunately dies on the boss.
Ooh, that's going to be a bit of a setback, but not as much as Slowbeef had in the previous stage.
No you didn't, Xandra, because it would probably be better voice acting than when you were 20.
Oh,
I mean, sorry, the other way around. Your voice acting when you were 20 would be better than this.
oh yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult your voice acting that much.
If anybody needs crappy voice acting for your crappy video game, just come into Twitch chat and let us know. We've got you covered, okay?
Joey Gatorman, I'm not going to spoil voice lines for you if I know that the players are going to reach them. Because it'll lessen the effect.
I am insulting the House of Dan, but at the same time, I want to be like Dan, the voice actor.
Yeah, I am insulting House of Dan, but, you know, Dan's a good guy. He did multiple voices for this game. We don't know his last name, but he put in the time.
Good job, Dan.
I don't know what crime he did to have to voice act in this game, though.
Clear the way!
Guy Kazama, you better watch what you say to me. I'm really quick on the trigger.
Oh my gosh. Those voice lines, they just kill me.
I know, and the thing is, I've listened to them multiple times, and they don't get old! So in a more serious note, if we can even take a serious note about this game, Slowbeef actually died on the boss of the next stage, so this gives Nest Dude a little time to catch up.
Good, and Nest Dude did actually get through there.
I will say this about the boss that Slow Beef is on. That boss also has a good line.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully we get to hear it in just a little bit. I mean, Nest Dude is doing a pretty good job getting through these areas without taking much damage. So I think we're going to hear it. Mr. Psycho is on the hostage stage that takes about 6 to 8 minutes to beat as long as you actually go through and quickly.
It is worth noting that Arborelia beat stage 2. So at the very least, she'll be able to experience the cutscene.
This river's gonna turn red with your blood.
How interesting. But it's going to be your blood, not mine.
Sorry, I almost interrupted the cutscene. I mean, that's some...
Oh my gosh.
I almost violated serious time, and I'm the guy who invented serious time, so...
Wow. How interesting. But it's going to be your blood, not mine. I am rubber, you are glue.
Exactly, it's like the retorts are straight out of a 6-year-old. I bet the localization came from the Japanese side or something like that, because some of those lines wouldn't sound as bad in Japanese and would sound like a pretty typical anime, but it's just but in English and with how campy the voice acting, just that combination just makes it so funny. Turning red with your blood.
Your blood, Mike.
MTI, because this is a 5B match, that's when it turned into Good Games Grande.
Yep. Yeah,
because I will 100% agree with you. This is a good game.
The blood better, or the
voice acting is so awesomely bad.
Water still looks very blue.
Nest Dude is... Okay. Nest Dude managed to beat the boss.
Good, good. Nest Dude moving on to the next stage.
Yep.
Getting some quick progress on those.
What's interesting is that Nest Dude is switching to the Uzi for the bosses, and that doesn't really help. It does have a better rate of fire if you're far away, but if you're up close and point blank them, the triple shot does better damage.
Oh yeah, because you'd get 3 shots per fire, basically. Yeah, that would definitely be worth it.
That is true, MTI. My guess is after East Book 1 and 2 is that NEC realized that the Turbo CD wasn't making any money in the States, so they really slashed down the budget on voice acting.
Yeah.
And that's how we got Final Zone 2 and Last Alerts. Because East Book 1 and 2 actually have very good voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really shocking for a game that's made in 1989 or 1990.
Oh, I think I saw Final Zone 2 at RPG Living Break, not this one.
No, you saw that in a Kusogr4nde match, Final
Fine. Just try to remember, Mike. I don't know what I watched, but it was bad.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, Slow Beef is on to another boss as well. How close is Nest Dude getting? He's climbing the mountain, and I know at the top of the mountain is where the boss is. Oh, Mr. Psycho got to Giant Muscle Man.
Yep.
Who
Mr.
really
Psycho
likes President Altman.
Oh.
Hey, guy! Let my baby Betty throw you a kiss!
You're some weirdo naming your helicopter.
Are you serious? That's it?
Yes.
You're some weirdo naming your helicopter.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of weird.
No, I think literally everybody who has a helicopter has done that, you know? People name their cars, Mike.
I don't name my car.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I have a car.
Well, we need to think of a name for your car then.
Okay.
Because you're doing it wrong.
Apparently so. So, I will note that even though Nest Dude is not on this cutscene, but Slow Beef is, the next boss has such an offensive accent. Like,
oh yeah, so I've heard.
I'm usually really kind of agitated by white people doing really bad Asian accents, but somehow this one is just so bad, it's like some kind of offensive overflow that I think it's funny. But if you're really offended by a really bad Asian accents, after the stage that Nest Dude is in, I would suggest you mute the audio for that cutscene.
Okay. Honestly, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to be offended, Mike. You know what?
Fair.
At the same time, you know, this company did make these choices to basically hire the first person they could find on the street and tell them to play somebody with an Asian accent, and thought it was a good idea to sell the game with that in it. Like, it's an artifact of really terrible 90s choices.
Yup. I'm just mentioning it just for anyone who doesn't want to hear a really bad Asian accent.
Yeah. I haven't actually heard this myself, but when I was looking to find out who the voice actors were for this game, it said everything about this character. So
yeah.
That's like 90% of what they talked about. Oh, Nest Dude taking a death right there. Gonna be continuing.
Yeah. So what kind of makes this game easier is just powering through a lot of stuff. I mean, you don't want to take too much damage, obviously, but if you, like, speedrun it, it actually gets a little bit easier in some respects, just because, you're not staying around enough for more enemies to spawn and be able to sneak up on you.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Looks like Slow Beef is on to the next boss here, and boss goes down quickly with the flamethrower.
Yeah, and fortunately, I'm pretty sure Nest Dude will have the time to see that boss, because he has some pretty special voice lines. Or it's more like the delivery, but either way.
I still love those sound effects. So Atari. That's all I need in my life.
Okay, voice acting time.
Oh.
Guy Kazama, how dare you kill these precious men whom I've trained?
Well, Colonel, you haven't done a very good job of training them.
Wow, okay.
I'm still confused as to why Ness is using the Uzi. That's really actually hampering him and making him take more damage in boss fights.
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, the three-way shot would be way better right here.
Yeah. I honestly think that's what's making, even when Slow Beef dies, that's what's making Ness Dude still lag behind Slow Beef. Oh, voice that. Okay. Cutscene time.
Be prepared for being offended.
I have received information about a CIA dog, Guy Kazama, who assassinated a member of the Force Project, Colonel Kadat.
He intends to enter the martial arts tournament you host every year to kill you, Mr. Lee.
Really? Well, that's interesting.
So we plan to present you with 3 of the toughest fighters.
By the way, Dr. Garcia, how is the development of your ultimate weapon, Indra, coming along?
Yeah, it should be completed within a month.
Oh my gosh, Mike.
I know, it's so bad.
Some of the accent wasn't even correct for being, terrible. Like
it's like it wasn't even like correct for being a terrible Asian accent.
Yeah, it's like
you're kind of right.
There were some other countries mixed in there. Yeah, Chad is saying there was some German in it. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why, like, I'm not, even though it's so bad, like, I'm not that offended by it, because just, like, somehow it's so bad, it just transcends, like, all that racism. Anyway, and yeah, Garcia's pretty great, too, and don't worry, he speaks like that for the rest of the game.
Oh, baby.
I'm Dr. Garcia!
I'm just thinking about this, though. Also, all of the cliches there, the gong at the beginning, and then being like, they're coming to your martial arts tournament. Couldn't you make him, like, do something that literally, like, is anything else? Because that's all that they ever have when they have an Asian person in a video game. Martial arts! He could be a scientist. That would be cool.
mean, it's weird because this game was developed by Japanese, so you'd think they'd be a little less racist about it, but no.
Maybe it's a commentary. Nah, okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Arborelia is on to the snow level and on to what looks like a big bad dude here at the end.
Yeah. And you want to know something? Mistress Psycho is actually kind of catching up to Nest Dude, is now on his, searching for Colonel Cadet.
Ooh.
So Nest Dude is in a bit of a trolley area because there's a lot of dead ends here. He has to take the left passage.
Okay, he's going sort of left. Not all the way left, a little bit left. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yep, that's the correct passage.
He's a little bit scared of getting cornered, though, and I can't necessarily blame him. Like, it seems like as long as you kill things quickly, they're a lot less threatening,
Voice acting time.
Hey, you fatso, you're blocking the traffic.
Hee hee, guy, I'm gonna destroy you.
Oh my god!
Just remember, that's one of the elite assassins that was hired.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy you!
Even country boys can be elite assassins.
Oh, baby. This is beautiful, and it looks like Nest Dude is moving on. Wow. Like, here's the deal, I've heard of bad voice acting, but sometimes I think people overstate it, and say it's so bad, and when I hear it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of bad, but it's really not, as much as you said. But this game, this hits that mark where it's perfectly terrible.
Ooh, Slow Beef is on a really good cutscene. I think Nest Dude will make it to the cutscene at the very least. And in fact, if Nest Dude really hurries, we might hear the stingy voice line.
Oh, baby. I want to hear Stingy. I mean, we've got under 10 minutes left. Oh, Nest Dude just got stabbed by some bamboo. Who's in first place? Slow Beef is currently in first place. Nest Dude second. Mr. Psycho appears to be in third, and Arborelia fourth. That should be the rankings. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if there's any chance of getting any orders changed.
I don't think there is. The players are all pretty far apart.
Yeah, and they're all pretty much making solid progress now, but the initial separation was too big.
Alright, so there's going to be a boss coming up.
Okay.
And this is going to be really weird.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the voice.
No voice acting, just that riff. Easily the worst boss in the game.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Free jazz ninja or samurai.
Holy crap, these missiles. I don't think this is okay. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Dodges. Okay. Nestude is doing it. Slowbeef just took down another boss, by the way, while we were watching this awkward missile dude.
So Slowbeef is actually going to get the stingy voice line.
Nestude just got through the boss.
Also, what's really funny about the stage Slowbeef just beat, it's like, even though you're getting off a sinking boat, it's like, you have to abandon all that delicious food as you go down to the next floor. Blah, blah, blah.
No! Well, that would be sad. I don't want to abandon the food, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Dijon Ketchup, I guess Dan wasn't in that day to do all the voice acting like he always does.
They're like, dang it.
Dan the Legend.
Or Dan the Janitor. They're like, crap. The cleaning Dan doesn't come by today.
What I think what Slowbeef did was purposely take a death there so he can get through the stage more reliably. Which is actually not a bad idea for the stage he's on, because the stage that Slowbeef is on is one of the few stages without a health restore.
Hey, it's voice.
You're not going any further without defeating me.
Sorry, but ladies first doesn't apply on a battlefield.
Wow, chivalry is really dead.
Oh, well, so is the boss soon.
Yeah, probably. Wow. And what's nice about this boss is that after you defeat her, you get all your health back.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she was the best voice actor of the game so far. That was impressive.
Probably. Okay, so Slowbeef has experienced the stingy line right now.
Oh, nice. There's still a chance we can hear it on Nestude's screen. Don't know if that's going to happen.
It's unlikely, because he still has to get through the cutscene. But we're at least going to get the next cutscene after the boss.
Oh, good.
Because the next boss is not hard, and, warning, you're going to hear that accent again.
Oh, everybody, if you do not like blatantly not okay Asian accents, then consider muting for a little while after this boss. And here we go, Mike.
Oh no, the cutscene is not now, it's after the next boss. But you're going to get Mr. Lee, the offensive accents here.
Mr. Lee.
So the boss that Slowbeef is on is actually kind of a struggle. Unless if you, what you do is that you just run up to his face and point blank him real fast. But he got through.
Nice.
And Slowbeef is actually on the final set of stages.
Really? He's on to America.
Slowbeef has about maybe 5 or 6 stages left.
Okay. I do like the class name for Nestude, Full Armor Guy.
Yeah, and Slowbeef has the next one up.
Oh, what is it?
I don't remember what it is.
Okay, well, we'll be able to see it in just a second. Full Armor Guy. Can you imagine if you're in the military, they're like, okay, what's after Commander? Full Armor Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of the top ones are good Bodhishmo. In fact, Nest Dude is getting pretty close to Mr. Lee right now.
Nice. Okay, I will turn up the audio so you can hear all this beautiful voice acting.
I guess those three were no match for you. Let me be your opponent now.
Mr. Lee, this tower is beginning to look like your tombstone.
Oh my gosh, that is not okay.
It's really not.
However, it's like they didn't even give him any coaching at all. They're like, okay, just read this off the paper. Good enough, shit.
Like I say, first take is the best take.
Oh yeah, voice acting are us. That's...
Okay, cutscene time.
Okay, I'll turn the audio up.
He's just a double.
You mean he's an imposter?
Members of the Force Project would not appear that easily before the public.
Guy, I checked around the ship. They're loading an enormous amount of state-of-the-art weapons on here, like you said.
I've planted explosives on this ship. We'll use that to look for the real Steve.
Wait, they're gonna use explosives?
To the prosperity and glory of the Duel Foundation. Cheers!
Okay, so I'm
to counter terrorism, you have to be a terrorist.
Yeah, how do you use explosives to find somebody? It's like being like, I'm gonna use this rocket launcher to talk to my mother.
Well, obviously, Guy Kazama's highest rank is Galaxy Brain Guy. Duh.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And I think we're actually almost out of time.
We're in the last 10 seconds. Yeah, we are just about done. This match has been pretty dang fun, but unfortunately, the fun does not last forever. That is the match. Slowbeef takes the victory. Nestude coming in second. It looks like Mr. Psycho takes third, and Arborelia comes in fourth. The voice acting is so good.
I know, right?
Oh. So what do you think about how they did during this match?
I think both Nestude and Slowbeef did really well. They both got farther than what I expected. Where I expected.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not surprised that some of the players struggled, because not everyone, is used to running guns. And like I said, that hostage stage and some of the other stages can be a real struggle.
Oh yeah, for sure. It looks like Slowbeef wants to keep playing. I'm inviting him to chat. He's gonna keep playing while he comes over and talks, so that's completely cool. Okay, hello there, Slowbeef. Congratulations on your victory.
I won?
Yes.
All right, so I'll tell you, I cheated and I took a look because I knew it was an exhibition match. Because I was like, I must be in the lead, right? But then during a cutscene, I had to tend to my daughter, and I'm like, all right, let me just take a look at the stream. And then I thought I was behind somebody, so I'm like, oh well.
Oh no, Slowbeef, you cheater!
No.
I did cheat. I'm sorry.
Wow.
You did cheat.
I feel
but you were
I feel terrible. I'm sorry.
You were ahead the entire time.
Oh wow. Okay. I really thought I was behind, and
there was one moment where you died on a boss, and Nest Dude was about 10 or 20 seconds into that stage, and if that was when you peaked, then maybe you thought you were behind then.
Gotcha. Okay, maybe that was it then.
Looked at the worst time possible. I love it.
See what you get for cheating? in Kusogrande. Do you know, for a very long time, because this is my 4th Kusogrande, I didn't know that was against the rules. So I would ask my chat like, how am I doing and stuff, but I really thought it was like totally fine. I felt really bad when I found out.
asking how you're doing is completely fine. And,
Yeah,
it's
asking
like,
how you're doing is fine, but peeking is not fine.
Gotcha.
Shame.
Gotcha.
No,
like you can ask for your position, but not like exactly where you are relative to other competitors.
not a huge deal. This was fine. So yeah, what are your thoughts about the game? Did you have any favorite voice acting line?
I think, I don't know if it played on the Kusogrande stream, but the one we just got through, where they explain the motivation of the final boss, and there's a line that's, as the President of the United States, I ask you, say, I'm asking you, say.
Oh, that's so good!
Yeah.
Because it's said as if he's reading from a history textbook or something. It's like the dullest, most emotionless delivery. And he's like, as the President of the United States, I am asking you, please save us.
Oh, I didn't get to hear that, I think. Honestly, I know that a lot of the voice acting is on YouTube somewhere. I'm gonna have to go find it.
I happen to have a video of all of it. But anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what video could it be?
So so my friend Diabetes and I commented on a long play of this years ago. So it was funny because in the prep for Kusogrande, before I got to get into Discord, just because I was delayed with stuff, you know, everybody was like, "Oh well, Slowbeep, we know you've played Last Alert," and I was like, "Wait, actually," and at first I'm like, "Yep," like an idiot, and then I'm like, "Oh wait, no, actually, I've never played it. I've just only watched it like years back." So, you know,
yeah.
And you know, I said this is a match with no stakes. If other players are okay with it, we can. We can still have the match. And I'm glad we did, because this is a hot video game.
It's a hot something. Actually, another one of my favorite lines is when the one guy says like, "I got brought back from the dead. Now we're gonna fight. You're right, Ika." And you're like,
what?
Yeah, that's a line that you get. Actually, Nestude is going to get the cutscene with the president soon.
Oh yeah. I closed his stream. Let me see.
Oh dear. Yeah, let me know if you need me to be quiet for any cutscenes or anything, because I'm very happy to.
Let me go ahead.
I think this president's literally saying it right now.
I'll try, but I can't take the responsibility. This mission is just too great.
I know you can do it.
There we go.
You can
Yeah,
never trust Leonard.
Whoa, what the? Wait a minute, did that count as a win?
Oh, if you die at the same time as a boss does, yeah, that counts as a win.
No, but like, I died in the beginning, so I've been health resetting.
Yes.
And I just died on that stage, and now I'm on a different stage. I died on the sewer level.
Oh, you can actually choose the stage. It's not, you didn't actually beat the stage.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There's a couple of areas in the game where you can actually choose the stage.
Oh, I got it now. Okay, I understand. That makes more sense.
Cool. I kind of want to go play this sometime. Like, it seems like
it's a fun game.
Run and gun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a competent run and gun.
It's not bad until I feel like the end they're just like throwing just as much sprites and bullets on screen, and it's easier to just like health reset and tank all the bosses than it is to actually like do it. But now I'm like, why don't I speedrun this actually?
I guess that's just my run and gun experience coming through, because I only died twice playing this game.
Gotcha.
Like the first time I did. So it was like I didn't really have that like same experience.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid seeing this game, because I played Bloody Wolf, which also has great like dialogue, but it's not voice acting.
Oh yeah, it does, because it's just completely gibberish English basically.
Oh, it's great.
Oh,
yeah.
seriously?
Bloody Wolf's awesome for that. Yeah.
Yeah, set you up with the hot bullets of die.
Yep. Get you the hot. Yep.
Oh.
There's one scene with Knife Killer is his name that is just not at all correctly translated.
Wait, Knife Killer?
Yeah, it's a guy with a knife. They call him Knife Killer, I think. And you just say like, "I'm gonna beat you," and he's like, "Wah!" And then it starts. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on and let you go, Slow Beef. Anything you want to say or want people to know before you take off for the night?
Sure. Well, I'm going to be streaming the rest of the night, but I have to take a break to put my kid to bed. But anyway, no, I think in general, thanks for letting me be part of Kusogr4nde. It's always fun. It's always a pleasure.
I'm glad you joined. Yeah.
I'm glad I finally won something. So.
Yes.
Hey, I'm glad you were around too. And yeah, you won.
So are you going to keep your stream on right now or turn it off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, you just had to cheat to do it, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
right.
I mean, we'll come and raid you then if you're going to keep streaming. So let's go hop over to Slow Beef's stream, and any of the quotes from this game will be completely fine to spam. I don't know what
Oh,
quote.
and I do have an emote for Guy Kazama, just for the record, but you know.
Yeah, you can also spam that. You
Please.
can also spam Find the Real Steve. I'm doing I am the President of the United States. That's a good line. It's very true. All right. Thank you, Slow Beef. Mike, thank you so much for choosing the games today. I had a blast.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, no problem.
All right. Till later, go over to Slow Beef stream and have a good evening. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Wow. The sentence.